The materials you'll need will be the eyeball that you made before, Model Magic clay, a pair of scissors, a piece of cardstock, and some markers to add color. First, we're going to roll the clay into a cylinder, and then we're going to cut the clay into 3 pieces. For the first piece of clay, you're going to use that for the base of the eye. And now we're going to color that clay. So first I like to flatten it, add the color with my marker, then roll it up so that I don't get all that marker color over my finger when I'm mixing the color. And you'll continue doing this and adding different colors until you get the right color that you're looking for. When you're happy with the color, go ahead and roll the clay into a ball, then shape it into a sideways tear shape. Then you're going to take your hand and flatten it with the base of your palm. Then carefully pick it up from the table to reshape it. And when you're finally happy with the shape, you'll place it on your cardstock. After it's on the cardstock, you can then place the eyeball onto the base. Next, you're going to use your second piece of clay for your eyelid. It can be any color you want, but you may want to choose a color that's close to the base color that you just used. When you're happy with that color, shape it into a sideways teardrop just like you did for the base, flatten it, then take your scissors and cut it in half. Then take the top half and place it on the top part of the eye, then take the bottom half and place it on the lower part of the eye. And then you can reshape your dragon eye so that the corners match up. Now comes the creative part. So for the next part of this video, I'm going to show you different techniques to add texture and pattern to your dragon eye. You don't have to use any of these at all. I just want to show you different things that you can do with your clay. For this first technique, I'm just taking a skinny marker and placing dots on the clay to create texture. What I like about this is that it can hide the seams or spots where the clay comes together. For the last piece of clay, you'll be using it for your details. So you don't run out of clay, I would suggest that you cut your last piece of clay into 2 or 3 pieces, depending on how many details you want to add to your eye. For this technique, I'll be adding scales, and this one takes a little longer to prepare, but it gives some nice texture and pattern to the dragon. You'll want to first roll the 2 colors of clay into thin cylinders. Next, because you'll need a lot of small pieces for the scale, I think it's easier to just use my scissors and cut them into small pieces first. To make the scales, you'll roll each piece into a small ball, and because it's so small, it's easier to just roll it in between your 2 fingers instead of your hands. Then flatten it just with your 1 finger and place it on your dragon. You can alternate between the 2 colors or create any type of pattern, or you can just pick 1 color for your scales. For this next technique, I'll create a twisted rope texture to add to the eyelids. First, you'll need 2 thin cylinders again. Place them next to each other so they're touching, and then very softly twist the 2 cylinders together. If you're not very gentle, it can break the rope, so always start out soft and then you could keep twisting to get your desired shape. So after you've twisted your 2 cylinders together and you like the way it looks, you can go ahead and place it around the eyelid and create any type of pattern that you want. For this last technique that I'll show will be how to add horns to your dragon eye. For this, you'll need small balls of clay. You're going to roll it to 1 point on one side and then add it to either the top or the bottom of your dragon eye. You can even add marker lines or marker dots to create texture and different colors to your horns. When you're finished, you'll need to write your name and class code on the back of your cardstock. After that, you'll fold it into an accordion style. This is going to create some airflow when the dragon eye is drying so that it does not get stuck to any surface. After you've folded it, you can go ahead and place your dragon eye back on top and you're done.